Hi folks, hope you're doing well. I'm Gaz from GDSP Car Care. Today we're looking at this Skoda Fabia Estate. Kind of looks blue here, bluey, kind of black, kind of dark grey in some lights. Very unusual paint, I can't really figure out. By the end, you tell me what colour you think it is. So obviously, hitting the wheels first of all. Now this is kind of like a bit of a essential clean for this vehicle. The owner is giving this car to her daughter. So she wanted to give it in a kind of a fairly respectable condition. At the minute, it's just got the usual traffic road grime from everyday use, commuting to and from work, all that kind of stuff. The dog gets in it, all that kind of stuff. Just kind of a usual everyday car. And actually, not a bad car, this Skoda. So hitting the wheels first, iron fallout, and then I don't think these wheels had ever really seen, or in fact the insides of the wheels had never really seen a brush. So I gave them quite a bit of time, all four wheels, particularly the front two, just to get rid of some of that brake dust as best I can and everything else that's on the wheels and the tyres. I get a bit confused when I'm doing these wheels for some reason, especially this one in particular. I kind of hit the wheel, then I went in the arches a bit, then I went back to the wheel, and then I forgot that I hadn't done the tyres yet, so then I went in to hit the tyres. So I did things in a really peculiar sequence, but nonetheless it got the job done. See here, I've kind of gone over the wheels and then remembered, oh, I haven't done the arches yet, so I rinsed out the arches, then I gave them a good clean. The foam sprayer bottle I decided to stick in front of the camera the whole time. I was all over the shop with this wheel in particular. I don't know why I know I've got the camera there. You kind of forget you're recording at times. There, see, now I hit the tyres. Anyway, big difference from what they were when we first started, particularly this wheel, which had blobs of mud on the tyre, and yeah, the inner barrels, although there's still some signs of brake dust and other bits stuck to the barrel of the wheel, definitely looking a lot better by the time we finish. You can see instantly there, that foam sprayed on the tyres, it goes brown, where it's really eating away at that mud that was on the tyre. So yeah, big improvement just from a good few minutes per wheel. Obviously I did all four wheels, the same kind of process, although I like to do them a certain way, but I didn't on this one for some reason. Move the foam spray out of the way, for goodness sakes, Gaz. There you go, good boy. See, there you go, this time tyre first and then the wheel. See, I do have a process, but just don't always stick to it. I'm only human at the end of the day. Rolling the car back because especially at the front I couldn't quite get into all the areas of the wheel, so obviously once I moved the car back a little bit I could then access the section I couldn't scrub. So after that, get on with the traffic film remover, which actually I sometimes use citrus degreaser traffic film remover in this instance. I don't go too wild on how I hose this off. Sometimes I kind of go very carefully area by area rinsing off, but this is just kind of like a quick rinse off before we cover the car in snow foam. This actually did quite a good job of, first of all, just removing some of that light dirt on the car, but also it's a great time to assess the bodywork and the panels, because you've got rid of that surface contamination and then you can start to take off further from there. Bill Hamber touchless for the snow foam, not the thickest, never the thickest, even if you go crazy and add loads of car shampoo to it or use the super special foam lances, but it's really nice because it doesn't break down easily. You'll see here, it doesn't separate, it just flows down the car quite slowly, quite smoothly. Even though it's now a wet car, I've already had the traffic film remove on it, it still just gradually pulls off the car. It doesn't split and break, and that's what's nice about this. It means you get real good dwell time on this. Now I do kind of go over this kind of in areas a couple of times with the snow foam, just to kind of top it up as I'm going through with a detailing brush, just hitting all them hard areas of the car, like the window seals that were looking a bit green in places, and places around the roof rack and obviously the petrol cap and the front grille. Just spraying over a little bit more gives it extra dwell time and extra time to rinse away some of that contamination, some of that dirt. When it comes to rinsing off, this is where you're being a bit more thorough with your rinsing, because it's first of all an opportunity to further assess the condition of the paintwork, but second of all, you're rinsing away all that snow foam and any dirt that's clung to the vehicle. With a bit of pressure from the pressure washer as well, it means it can really rinse off some of those harder spots. Now there is still some, I can only call black cement on the front of the car, which just would not come off without probably pulling off some of the paintwork. Door seals next, and the boot. The boot seal was very grimy and green, so this is the traffic film remover, but then I went back to the car and got some citrus degreaser and got some citrus on there, my detailing brush, and really scrubbed around those areas. Now when I rinse this off, I don't know why I had the pressure washer on. You really don't need that much pressure to hit these. I did. And the water's going everywhere, but The majority of it was on the outside of the car, not much actually went in. But ideally, if you are doing this, you don't need the pressure washer on, you just need kind of normal water mains pressure to rinse down that area. On with the contact wash, Kokemi Auto Shampoo, or AS. It's just a very gentle but darn decent car shampoo. Nice and slick. It's not too heavy, it's not the most powerful of car shampoos, but it's just a good all-rounder. It's usually by this point when you're doing a car that you really know all its areas. I know it might sound weird, but I haven't actually done a Skoda Fabia before, and there's always bits that when you're doing a car you go, oh, that's different, or that's not like other cars. You know, kind of, once you've been over a car a couple of times like this, you kind of know all the little areas and all the things to look out for. Again, a thorough rinse of all that car shampoo. Rinse it all away as best you can. Now, there's no actual paint protection on this car. It is probably never had any kind of additional paint protection, and I wasn't looking to add much to this car with this visit. The idea really was to get it dried and then use a quick detailer, which has some hydrophobic qualities, just to go around the car, again try and bring up some of that gloss, make this car look much more presentable, much more of a nice exciting gift for the owner's daughter. Using a little air gun now just to get all those little tucked away hidden stashes of water that just go everywhere. In the door seals they get another wipe over now, the front grille, all those little areas where water weeps out slowly. So this little air gun really does a good job of just pulling out all that water. Now with the detailing spray. The detailing spray is very simple. You just spray it on, wipe it over with a microfiber cloth, let it sit for a minute, and then use a dry second microfiber to buff it off at the end. You see on this left, the driver's side door there, you see you get a real nice shine from it. It really brings out the gloss of the bodywork. Look at that. For a car that still has signs of some blemishes, there's like bird poo stains and some weird fingerprint stains as well that wouldn't come off from this clean. Probably needs a polish. It needs a clay bar and a polish. But for what it is, you can see from that driver's side door the shine that came out of the bodywork after this wash. It's a much improvement from what it was. Now the car did get a quick internal clean. It wasn't a full interior wash or extraction or vacuuming. It got a quick once over. All the car mats got hoovered up and brushed. There were some dog hairs in places, and the carpets got hoovered up, the seats got hoovered, and the dash got a kind of once over wipe. Wasn't really part of the package we were doing today, but I felt like I wanted to do it for the new owner, for the daughter who's going to be driving this car. I thought it would be nice to get into a nice cleaner car, so we did give it once over. So this is the boot mat that had some peculiar white stains on them, almost like they're bleached, which I could not get out. I used a degreaser there just to get rid of there was a lot of kind of grime on these on this rubber boot mat. Then went over with it's like a rubber foam shampoo, detailing brush, and you see top left corner and top right corner there's these weird white, I guess it's kind of stained the rubber or something. It just wasn't coming out. It did look like bird poo to start with, but you'll see when I hose this down with the jet wash, it doesn't budge. It has not budged an inch. You see on the top right and at the top left there, I'll even go a bit harder with the pressure to see if it'll lift off. No, nothing. It's just not budging off. I'll have to spend a lot more time and probably some other products on that to try and get those up. But overall, the rubber mats were definitely looking a lot better for a good clean like that. Door seals were fully dried, and like I say, it was all vacuumed inside as well. So when you're doing glass, it's always handy to just lower the glass a little bit and get that top lip of the glass. That's the bit that hits the black rubber seal at the top of the doors. And if you get a microfiber cloth and you do that top section of the glass and you just look at the microfiber, you see a nice black streak. It's always the way, and it's really nice. It's a big difference to the clean if you get the top sections of those windows every single time. So all the windows get a good clean. I did do the inside and outside, and the inside and outside of the windscreen as well. Now this is Valicchem's Tyre Shine, which is a silicone based product. Really nice product. I'm a big fan of this. It just leaves almost like a new looking tyre. It's not super wet look. It just takes the tyres back to kind of new look. It's really, really nice stuff. You can see left side of the tyre to right side there. You see the difference. Now what you can do is kind of apply this as thick as you like, and then rub off the excess with a microfiber after a couple of minutes, as long as you can leave it really. But I find after kind of 2, 3, 4 minutes you can wipe off any excess, or just apply it quite sparingly and you get the same results, and then you don't have to wipe off any excess. Now I did actually use this tyre shine on the roof rails as well. The roof rails were like that kind of black bumper kind of look where they've greyed off a little bit. But this is quite a good product that's pretty durable as well. I find you can get 4 to 6 weeks quite comfortably on the tyres. And with things like the roof rails, you're probably getting it even longer, but they were looking a little bit grey. So I went around the roof rails and then wiped off afterwards with a microfiber just to bring them out a little bit more, make them shine a little bit, get them back to that black look rather than this kind of faded grey looking roof rail. It really made a difference to the kind of finished product of this car. And again, going back to that quick detailer I used, it just brings out that gloss. It just brings out the depth of what now looks like, in my opinion, a black car. At the start it didn't look black, but it definitely did by the end. So this is the interior before, just a few shots. There's no videos of me hoovering up. It's just dusty, everyday use. Carpets, everyday kind of use. Good wipe over in the dash, bit of protection as well on the dash with a nice dash protect. Hoovered up the carpets and the mats. Just looking a bit better. It was only a quick once over on the inside, and that's what it looked like before. Obviously, yes, I mean, it kind of looks grey, bluey, or I don't know what it was. Now, nice black shiny car. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate it. We're doing alright on the subscribers. We could do with a couple more, so any subscriber definitely appreciated. If you're interested in what we do, check us out at gdsp.co.uk. If you're interested in getting your car done over with Keynes, it'd be lovely to hear from you. Take care, folks.